Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Art of Love Tarot by Denise Jarvie, artwork by Tony Carmine Salerno. Website in the back is blueangelonline.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish, artwork by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. On the bottom here is the website, teen.simonandschuster.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you're interested. If you are interested. All right, what do we have for Cancer? Well, let's see where it goes first before we get too excited. That's an interesting one. It's ironic that part of what I like about this Oracle deck is it does have a bit of a fall theme to it. Not that we want to bring fall in any earlier than it needs to be, but whatever the situation is, it feels this is almost, it doesn't have to be, but it feels something like raising children, and it's getting to the part where they're almost ready to go. It's like here in the US anyway, it's like, for example, 11th, 12th grade. Once they get through the 12th grade, a lot of them go off to college, but at least that's how it used to be. Or they start considering going their own way, or it's something like that. Where the situation when they were younger, it doesn't have to be that, but it's something like when the situation was in its prime, you were more listened to, you loved it, it seemed like it was going to last forever, and it was a great thing. Somebody's looking to kind of branch off. Changes, healing. Things aren't going quite the way they need it to, so somebody's branching off, somebody's making a change. They're following their heart with what they want to do. They haven't really developed the thought very much. It reminds me of like just going out in the world just to see what's there. Not really having a goal, but it's kind of like someone saying they're going to move to New York City. And kind of like, oh, that's cool, what's there? I don't know, it looks so much fun, people are so lively there, there's so much to do. I'm going to move there, and I'm going to figure it out when I get there. And it's kind of like, it's not a bad thing, they really want to do it, but it's kind of like, it's not like they're following a job, it's not like they're following a vocation. It's just, they feel like they need to be there. It feels like that's what's going on here. I do feel like that's a little bit of a stress for you. Kind of like, are you sure that's a good idea? It's the beginning of a new phase for them. It's something that this person, whoever this person is, has made up their mind that they will succeed. And I do feel like they will succeed. This does seem to be a little bit unhappy for you, only because if they succeed in this endeavor, it's like if they're moving, for example, that's a ways away from where I live anyway. You can still talk by text, but you're not going to see this person like every day. In fact, you probably won't see them every month, maybe once every 2 to 3 months, because there's quite the distance. So it's kind of like, okay, I understand this is what they want. There's a lot of benefit here. The Ace of Pentacles coming in with the Three of Swords is telling me something new is starting, something actually good. Overall, it is really good. But the connection here is kind of like, it's kind of like, I know this is coming forward. I understand this is good for them. I was just hoping it would go a different way. I was hoping it would be more connected to me. I was hoping it would be closer to where I am. And when it starts, it's a little bit like, I understand this is their dream. I just wish they would choose something closer to home. I feel like you're trying to be supportive, but you're also very honest. But this is moving forward. Can we get more definition about this? Six of Cups, half in, half out, and the Justice card. I feel like you're trying to help them succeed. It's weird, because I feel like you are very honest about how you feel about it. I feel like you're kind of saying, if that doesn't work out, you can always come back here. I understand you got to try, but be safe. Don't try to force it. If you really don't like it, you can always come back here. but you're also trying to like, all right, I'll help you find this resource. I'll help you find a place so you can go. I'll help you move stuff down. You're also very helpful. It's kind of 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. Is that what we got? The 6 of Pentacles? Yeah. It's kind of like I'm helping, but I'm also trying to like, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I'm going to help you even though you don't have to do it, but I'll definitely help you. I feel like this energy understands you. Like they understand why and how you're doing things. Like they know that you love them. Like I feel like they get it. I don't know if it's going well with the conversations, but I feel like they do understand why. You got the hermit, the retreat, the contemplation. You're trying to be careful. You're trying to keep it more to yourself, how you're really feeling about it. I do feel like they know, though. I feel like every now and then something slips and they do know how you feel. But they know you care and that you're there for them. This person, they've got success in their future. When I see this, the Knight of Stars, it's the Knight of Fire. But especially in this deck, I feel like they're going towards success. They're going to make it. I feel like whoever this is very like, I'm going to succeed one way or another. If I have to work 3 jobs to make this work out, then so be it. I'll do that as long as I have to, and I'll slowly advance myself down to 2 jobs that I can afford it, and then to the 1 job where I can afford it. I will do what I need to do so I can afford this. There's a lot of work going on here. Whoever this person is, they're very hell-bent on succeeding. I'm getting a lot of success with this. Sometimes it's the Knight of Fire, and sometimes that Knight of Fire is quick in, quick out. But I'm getting like the fire of like desire, the fire of success, the fire of I will have this. I've decided I will, and I'm not willing to back down. They don't want to back off. There's going to be a lot of random things that happen for them. Not everything's going to be good, but the thing is, you're going to see it for the truth. Like not all of this is good, but they're not going to let it hold them back. Any setback, they're just going to move quickly and make it work out. For example, if they have this place, but all of a sudden they have to move for whatever reason, they make it work. They have this job, the job for some reason lets them go or closes down, they'll find another. Whatever happens, they just, for example, if they move out there with somebody and then that person decides to come home and they're like, well, I'm going to make it work this way, they just keep moving. Every time there's a setback, they switch right into gear, they make it succeed, they make it happen every time. You got the Death and the Maiden, and you got the Custodian and Confusion. I feel like when you see what's going on or I feel like you don't like how this situation is playing out, because I feel like whoever this person is, they are making choices that you wouldn't normally choose. So for one example, say, if we're going to use the New York City thing, they move out there with 2 other people. Both the other people come home. The one you're connected to says, I'm not. And then finds 2 other people to move in that they don't even really know. It's kind of like, oh, I don't like that. It's not really something you like. You're like, you don't even know those people, and now you're going to share a living space with them? This is what I have to do to make it work, and I'm not coming home. I'm making it work. I've already made up my mind. What is this one? 8 of Swords, and then the Knight of Pentacles. They will keep pushing it forward. They refuse to fail. They refuse to fail. I feel like it's hard for you because when I see that the Skeleton and the Maiden, is it the Death and the Maiden? They're not willing to fail. They're not willing to come back. They're not willing to go the other direction. I do feel like that's going to be stressful for you because it's kind of like, I don't like these choices they're making. They are destined to succeed. This is their path. I don't think it's about having them change direction. I'm just going to check on that just to be sure, because I don't think it is, but I don't think you could convince them to anyway. The Moon card and then the 3 of Swords. There's a lot you don't know that's going on there. This person is learning what they have to learn. I've had friends like this in the past where they just make quick decisions, they do what they have to do, they keep going, and sometimes I'm like, oh my god, that decision, I can't believe you did that. I understand it's their decision, but like it's like that moving decision. I've seen people do that when I was younger a lot more, where they would move in with people they didn't even know just because they needed to live somewhere. And it's kind of like, oh my god, I don't know if that's going to work for you, but they make it through it, they make it succeed, and if it doesn't work, they go on to something else. They just keep moving. They're very success-oriented people. It's not something I really connect with very easily, but I feel like a lot of the problem here is you're not going to know exactly what's going on, and that's going to make you very nervous. I don't have like a silver lining for that, other than they are going to succeed, because I feel like no matter what I say, that's definitely going to bother you. How much, is there anything else that can go better for Cancer during this period? Realize that, the moon is on their side. They're going to have a lot of failed connections during this time. They're going to learn a lot. But I also feel like the people who are not good for them are going to disappear quickly. That's kind of the benefit there. I feel like it's going to be hard for you to see it, but this is one of those things where they're going to see, they're going to be in a place where somebody isn't that good for them, somebody is really kind of taking advantage or not the best person. That energy will move on fairly quickly the way they're living. They will quickly dissociate from those types of people. The people who are worth it and are good, they'll kind of connect with those people more in a more strong sense, and they'll keep those people close, and those people will want to keep them close. So it's kind of like, it seems like it's like a compressed way of learning, like who to trust and who not to trust. You know what I mean? Not allowing negative energy or negative people to stay in their presence. They're gonna learn like the shortcut version of that. Like, put up with this, they're good. Don't put up with that, move on from them. Because it seems like they're moving on from people in a peaceful way, just kind of like, because their life keeps shifting and changing. If somebody's not that great, if they're moving where they're living or they're moving jobs, they didn't really care for somebody, they just stop connecting with them, and it just kind of dissipates without a problem. It's actually, they're going to learn a lot, and they're going to learn it well. I just feel like they're not going to put up with people who really aren't that great for them because of that. It does seem like it has a lot of benefits there. And I'm saying this in comparison because I feel like Cancer a lot of times gets invested in people, and then you could be invested with people for a long time before you realize, oh, that's not the best. And then it's hard to dissociate from them. It's hard to disconnect from them. This person, whoever this person is with success, they do that in a fraction of the time. They give somebody a chance. Once or twice that person screws up, all right, I'm moving on, but it's peaceful. There's no like controversy or conflict. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm moving on. Like, oh, I work over here now, or I live over here now, and they just kind of quietly let people just disappear. They learn that quick. They've probably also learned by watching you, because it feels like this person is very connected to you. They've probably learned how you've put up with people long after their expiration date. This is another reason, like, they're using that to their advantage. Like, I learned from the Cancer not to do that. And I'm seeing people here where I can peacefully move on without an issue. We don't need to have conflict, but I do want to move on from it. So I'm going to move on from it in my own way where we don't have to worry about it anymore. It does seem like they learned that in a positive way from you. Take that with a grain of salt, of course. So it does go better. I keep getting that you're not going to see it. The moon card is at play. It's going to make you uncomfortable because you can't be there as much as you'd like to be. You can't talk to this person as much as you'd like to be. You can't help them through these things as much as you'd like to. But it is going to work out. They are going to advance pretty well. I don't see this connection disappearing for you. I do see it being more distant, though. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.